Okay, we are solfeging Carol of the Bells. Here is your key. If you don't have this key, if you want to, go ahead and pause the video and copy it right now, because you're going to need this later. So this is our solfege key, or our cheat sheet, and we're going to add to it as we go along. So if you don't have it, you'll pause the video and copy this down. But we're going to solfege this in our music today, but we're going to start at measure 13. And so if I go, I'm looking at measure 13 on the words, one seems to hear. I'm going to do the soprano and the alto line, and I want you at home to do the soprano and the alto line. And so I'm going to take my solfege key, and I'm going to use this to figure out what my solfege is down here. I'm going to start with the sopranos. So, at measure 13, I look at this one seems to hear, and I go, okay, this is on the third line up. So I look at my cheat sheet, and I go 1, 2, 3. Oh, that first one is do for the sopranos. I go over. It just goes down one, so what's below do? That's T. I can double check that I'm right. Second space, T. As I keep going, it goes back up to that same do. I can double check it. 1, 2, 3. Do. Hopefully this makes sense so far. I'm using my cheat sheet to go. I go on. I look. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's La. So what's going to happen is this pattern is going to repeat itself at measure 14. Do, Ti, Do, La. I'm back on that Do. Do. Second space, Ti, Do. And then back to La. Second line. And sopranos are going to do this for measure 13, 14, 15, and down at measure 16. So I go to measure 15. It's the exact same thing. Do, Ti, Do, La. And now, if I move my sheet of paper down to measure 16, we have the exact same thing in measure 16. Okay, again, I can check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do, Ti, Do, La. At measure 17, it changes. Everything shifts up, so we have to figure out our solfege again. So let's figure this out. It's on the fourth line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I go over here and look. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that goes all the way to Mi. Mi. It just goes down to the very next one, so I know that below Mi is Re, but I can double check it. Third space. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Re. It goes back up to the same Mi. And then it jumps back down to our Do. I can check it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now sopranos are going to sing this pattern for the next 4 measures. A lot of this song is going to be the same pattern that's sung for 4 measures. So we have Mi, Re, Mi, Do. I go back over here. I'm going to double check it. See if it's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm right. Mi. It goes down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Re. Mi. Do. And again, we have that same pattern over and over again. Mi. Re. Mi. Do. And then you have one more measure down at measure 20. And it's the same thing. Again, we can double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mi, Re, Mi, Do. That's the soprano line. I want everyone to write the soprano line, even if you're an alto, because we might have you switch parts if we need more alto. Okay, going back up to measure 13. Now we're going to do the alto line. The alto line is even easier, because if I look at my alto line right here, see how it's the exact same note for a whole bunch of measures? So all you have to do is basically figure out what that note is, and you have the next 3 or 4 measures done. So I go 1, 2, 1, 2. I see that we're on a La, and so I'm just going to write La. all the way through because it doesn't change. Do you see that on the alto line? La 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 la. If I go down to measure 16, here's my alto line. I'm still on that same la. La, 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 la. Now the alto part changes. And the altos have the melody here. Altos never get the melody, and they get to have it at measure 17. And that is, we figure this out. 1, 2, 3. I go 1, 2, 3. So it's do, do, and then it goes down. 1, 2 to T. It goes back up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 to do, and then it goes back down. Do. Here we go. 1, 2. Back to our la. And then the altos will have that exact same pattern. Do, ti, do, la. Do, ti, do, la. Do, ti, do, la for the next 4 measures. And then also the same thing. Let you copy that down real fast. And also there's going to be the same thing at measure 20. Again, if I'm seeing this exact same pattern, but you can check each note every single time to your solfege key. Now that you have that copied down, I'm going to go down to measure 20. And it's the same thing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do, second space, T, do, next line, second line, la. And that's all you need to do at home for this week is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and finish at 20. So here is the finished product at the top for 13. If you need to look at it again, sorry about my handwriting. Just do the first 2 lines, ladies. Don't do the tenor and bass. Just do the soprano and the alto. And then here's measure 20. Make sure you take a picture or a video and send that in to us. Thank you very much.